guys, welcome back to another video and welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, my name is Femke and in today's video I will be doing my swatches and review of the new OPI spring collection, which is called Hollywood. It contains 12 beautiful colors and they all kind of have like Hollywood inspired names when it comes to like actors, the Oscars and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about these. I was actually really debating whether or not I should get this collection or the previous collection, which was I think inspired by the new Mulan movie. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. Here in Dutch it's just Mulan, but it sounds a little weird if I talk in English and say that in Dutch. So yeah, I was really debating if I should get that one or this one that I actually eventually chose. So yeah, I just picked this one because I felt like the colors were more my style and it was a newer collection, so yeah, I just got them. A little extra information about these polishes. I have purchased them myself. They are usually here in the Netherlands around 16 euros or a little less if you just buy them online like I did. A bottle, of course. So yeah, they are a little bit more of a higher price range. Definitely not drugstore proof, but of course OPI is a salon brand and I just got the regular polishes. They also have like an ultimate shine or something shine, I don't know. They tend to last a little longer or something like that, and I do have the gel polish versions as well, but I just love OPI's regular nail polishes, so I just got those. I actually did get them with 25% discount at the store where I bought them online. So yeah, I got them for a little bit less expensive price, but still, if you do have a little bit extra money or budget left to buy a beautiful collection, definitely check them out, or maybe just get a couple of the colors because there are a few in here that are definitely my favorites and definitely worth the money as well, like quality wise and stuff. But yeah, if you are new to my channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you would like to do so. Hit that notification bell as well and become a part of my little nail family here at YouTube. But thank you guys so much for watching in advance. I really hope you'll enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, I love you so much and I hope to see you in my next video. So let's get into the swatching, but first I'm going to show you what the bottles look like, just a quick little overview like I usually do for all of my videos. So this collection contains of 12 gorgeous polishes. They're all kind of like Hollywood, Oscar, Emmy inspired, which is quite cute. I am a little bit like doubting if this is like the full-on spring collection because I've seen online some people calling it the spring summer collection as well. So I'm just going to say it's the spring collection because I'm just not sure. But if you know if this is the regular spring collection or spring summer altogether, let me know in the comments down below. I would be highly grateful if anyone actually has a clear answer to that. But yeah, 12 colors in total. Most of them are very creamy. There's like a shimmery one in there and even a little bit of like a finely milled glittery one, which is one of my favorites. It is so gorgeous. And the dark blue one is actually kind of like a jelly corally kind of color. But as usual, I'm going to swatch it all on my little thumb. This is my natural nail, but there's still a little bit of gel polish top coat on there to sturden it a little bit more because there's a little tear on the side. But let's continue with the first color. This one is called Movie Buff. One thing that really caught my eye in this collection is that the first 4 colors are all kind of in the similar like color family, I'd say. They're all very pinkish, very creamy, but definitely some of my favorites, but because these are just simply sad colors that I love to wear on a daily basis. And sorry about that if my voice sounds a little weird. I don't know what's going on. I just woke up like this. So I'm hoping that my vocal cords will get a little bit more like stretched out or something, so I don't sound super raspy or something like that. Don't worry, I'm still like fully healthy as far as I know. Nothing crazy going on here. It's just my voice being a little crackly today. But let's get back to this first color. It is just a very nice, kind of like a nude off-white
creamy kind of color, I'd say, with just like a tiny drop of pink in there. I think it's a very wearable color. It's very flattering as well, and it is completely opaque into coats, which is a big plus. Also, the brush of these OPI polishes is a little bit more wide than I expected them to be, but that is maybe just because I have got a bunch of older OPI polishes with the very like fine brushes, the very small not wide brushes. So it was very nice to actually use OPI polishes with a little bit of a wider brush. It isn't super wide yet, but it is pretty doable for me. The second color I'm going to swatch is called Hollywood and Vibe, and this one is just a little bit more of a pinkish color. There's a little bit more pink in this one compared to the previous first color that we just swatched. Once again, a very wearable, very femke proof kind of color. I love wearing colors like these, like to my day-to-day job, just in daily life. It is very easy to just slap a color on like this, maybe add a little bit of glitter and you're good to go. I pretty much only wear very light kind of neutral colors, sometimes a light yellow or a light blue or something like that to work, because I feel like these colors are less prone to staining my nails, and I really don't have a lot of time during the week to do my nails in between, so that is why I usually go for not a really prone to staining kind of color in my daily life. So yeah, in the weekends I go crazy with color because I can switch it up more often and actually test out and see if some colors stain. But a color like this one and the previous one are definitely not stainers. Of course, do remember to apply a good amount of base coat, or just a very decent one, to protect your nails from discoloration anyways, because even though it is a lighter color, it doesn't automatically mean that it won't stain, but I didn't have any staining with that one. The next one is called I'm an Extra, and this one is more of like a nude, like dusty rose kind of color, one of the colors that I love to wear as well. I'm being really repetitive in this video because, especially for the first four colors, which are pretty close together in the same like color family as I just mentioned, I just love colors like these. I think they're really beautiful to do like an ombre design with as well, maybe even like a baby boomer kind of effect design. I think they're really gorgeous, especially if you're going in with that first color, and for example this one or the next, I think you will have a very classic manicure with that. But yeah, once again, the formula is pretty similar to the first colors as well. When it comes to this one, pretty much a lot of the colors from this collection are quite similar in formula. They're not like super runny or something like that. The first coat is still a little sheer and patchy, but the second coat definitely makes it look perfect, just flawlessly opaque, and I do feel like these polishes level out quite nicely as well. So you don't really have to like overwork the polish to get an even effect. So yeah, this color pretty much is one of my favorites. It will be standing on my work desk a lot, just to wear it during the week while I'm at work. Maybe add some glitter and some gems and you have a perfectly fine and cute manicure. But let's continue to the next one, because this one is also one of my favorites. This one is called Susie Calls the Paparazzi, and this one is even more of like a rosy, like muted rosy tone. I feel like this one is a little bit more pink compared to the previous one. The previous one was more of like a nude brownish kind of rose, and this one is more of like a pinkish kind of rose, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you will definitely see it in the swatch. This one is just a lovely muted dusty rose pink. Let's just put it to that. Once again, the first coat is actually not disappointing at all, and I'm not even applying a ton of polish straight away, which is something that I would always recommend if you are planning on applying multiple layers. Just make sure that you work with thin layers, so they don't need a lot of time to actually fully dry and harden out before you can go in with your next layer of polish. Let's say just wait for like 5 minutes before going into the next layer, especially if you have used a little bit more polish. But yeah, this color is just a stunner, very wearable, very appropriate for a lot of different like things you might go to in life. Like, it's work appropriate, school appropriate in my opinion. It's just a very lovely muted pink color. So yeah, definitely let me know which one of these first four is your favorite, because as I mentioned, they are a little similar, but just some are a little bit more pink or a little bit more brown or a little bit more creamy colored, you know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. But the next color already is actually a very lovely shimmery one. Oh, it is so gorgeous. It is a very reddish pink magenta color. It has a beautiful shimmer, but I didn't really feel like it was very streaky, which is something that I do notice a lot when it comes to shimmery polishes like this one. But I felt like the streaks weren't bad at all. Especially when I'm going to apply that second coat, I felt like it leveled out really nicely, and I was very impressed with the first coat of this color as well. Like, it is already like 85% opaque in my opinion, and it did dry quite fast as well, because there's a lot of like shimmery pigment in there, and more shimmer and glitter and pigment that is in a polish, the faster it usually dries. So that is a big plus. The only thing I do want to mention with this particular color is to wear a good base coat, because this is definitely a staining color. I was really happy that when I was swatching, I actually had a little bit of gel top coat underneath, so it wasn't like penetratable and it didn't go onto my natural nail plate, but it definitely stained my sidewalls a little bit and the skin next to my nail as well while swatching this and removing this polish. So yeah, beware of that color because it is a stainer. The next one is just a beautiful classic cherry red. This one is called Emmy. Have you seen Oscar? I just love how fun and cute the names of these polishes are. They really tie in within the whole like I'd say design and thoughts and name of this collection. I think it's really cute. Pretty much all of the collections by OPI have very soothing and just cute names. I really love that, and just really unique as well. But as I mentioned, this is a very nice classic cherry kind of red. This is one of those reds that will look beautiful on a lot of different skin tones. It really doesn't matter if you're pale or a red undertone, or a pinkish or a yellow or a neutral undertone. I feel like this is one of those colors that is perfect for everyone. And I did really love the fact that it was fully opaque within just 2 coats already, just like pretty much the entire collection is. There's only like 1 color out there, or maybe 2, that would possibly need a 3rd coat, but of course that is fully up to your personal preference as well, and whether or not you have long nails like I do or you have shorter nails, because even this color and the previous red, the shimmery one, I think those will be 1 coaters if you have really short nails as well. So yeah, if you're like me and you have longer nails and you don't like to have your natural smile line peeking through all too much, definitely go for 2 coats. But if you have short nails, 1 coat is good enough in my opinion. But let's continue to one of my favorites from this collection. It is so gorgeous. It's called I'm Really an Actress. And personally, I really am not an actress. I've done a lot of like acting stuff back in the days when I was in like school and university and stuff, but yeah, I really wouldn't see myself as an actress. I'm like way too awkward for that. But this color is definitely one of my favorites, and it is a beautiful reddish, pinkish, magenta kind of like undertone. It kind of has like a jelly base formula, if you know what I mean, but because there's so much like finely milled glitter and shimmer in here, it is almost like an holographic kind of glitter that's in here. But even though it was super glittery, it was really easy to remove, so that was actually a big plus. I was a little bit hesitant to adding that 2nd coat because I thought, oh man, once this is fully dried it will be a hassle to actually get it off, but I only had to soak it off for like a minute or something and it was just gone, like perfectly fine. I didn't have like a lot of glitter left on my nail plate or onto my skin or anything like that, so yeah, that was a big plus. So yeah, big thumbs up for this color. I think it's a very classy, beautiful pinkish red, and you know, I just love my glitter polishes, so yeah, that is just why I love this polish so much. And once again, with just 2 coats, this one was fully opaque, and I'm actually really looking forward and fingers crossed that OPI will be coming out with more colors like these, with like the glitter in them that is easy to remove, because I think it was such a stunner. But the next one is actually one of my favorites as well. This one is called Behind the Scenes. I am doing a nail polish of the week video about this one because I really loved it so much, and this one didn't stain either also, so I was really happy about that. And you might have heard me talk about this in previous videos as well, that I'm really into yellow tones at the moment. I think they're so fun and just happy colors, a very positive vibe, and I'm all about that at the moment. Like, we can always use a little bit of like positivity in life, even though sometimes life isn't going the way you want it to go, or stuff is going on that you're really not happy about. Just spice up your life a little bit with a yellow. I think it's a gorgeous color. One thing I did wanted to mention about this color, that even though it is a creamy one, it is quite a light color, so definitely make sure you don't apply a super thick coat, because that is something that I tend to do really easily as well when it comes to lighter creamy colors like this. But once again, just apply thin coats, and maybe even apply a third layer if you feel like it is still a little patchy or sheer at some places on the nail. But I just went in with 2 coats and I felt like it was still a little sheer. So I only just applied 2 coats, because I'm pretty much only applying 2 coats for the swatches in this video. But in my nail polish of the week video, you will definitely see a more in-depth kind of swatcheroo going on of that beautiful behind the scenes yellow color. But let's continue with the next color, because this is a really nice creamy, like medium kind of green. It's called Rated PG, which is such a cute name once again. I really don't know how I feel about this color, to be honest. A lot of you might already know that green is my least favorite color when it comes to nail polishes, and I don't know, it's not, I don't dislike it, but I don't really love it either, if you know what I mean. Like, the formula and all, it's great, but this is just one of those green tones that I would rarely use like full on as a full manicure. I do think it's really nice to have a color like this in your collection, but it's just not really tickling my fancy, if you know what I mean. I think I would definitely wear it if I would just splash on a bunch of like gems or glitter or something like that, because the formula is pretty nice. The polish is quite self-leveling, just like the others in this collection. But yeah, it is just not really for me, but that's just my personal opinion. And do let me know what you think about this purple, this green color in the comment section down below, because I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. The next color is actually a very nice grayish blue kind of color. This is definitely one of those colors that I would love to wear on a daily basis. This one is called Destined to Be a Legend. Yeah, it's not a bad polish at all. It is very wearable, and I do think that it will work well with a lot of different skin tones. It's just one of those polish that you either love or hate, because it can be quite of like a boring color as well, but I really love it. It is quite light, so it isn't really prone to staining. I have already worn this color for a full week on my nails just to see how it wore and if it would stain. Didn't have any staining issues with this one, so that is a big plus. And once again, it is fully opaque with just 2 coats. Yeah, once again, I don't have a lot of like bad things to say about it. It is just a very nice color. Some may love it, some may not like it as much. Yeah, nothing bad to say about it. Do I feel like this is a super springy color? Not in particular. It is cute to wear during spring, but I would rather use a color like this during fall and winter, and maybe combine it with like some white snowflakes, or even like a darker gray color or something like that. But next up is actually one of the final colors already, and this is kind of like a periwinkle kind of purpley blue color, and it's called Oh You Sing, Dance and La. It's such a long name, like you could just read it. It is a very, very long name for a polish, in my opinion. I would have just called it like a triple thread or something like that. I don't know. But it is a very nice color though. I really do want to mention that this is one of those colors that works really well all year round. You can like combine it with a ton of different colors. You can combine it with blue, but also purple, because it is kind of like a periwinkle kind of color, but a little bit more on the darker side. It is definitely one of my favorite colors from this collection as well, just as far as the color goes, because the formula of this polish is very similar to the others that I showed in the beginning. Once again, very self-leveling and fully opaque with just 2 coats. I love that so much. I do feel like that is something that I must expect from a more expensive brand like OPI. So yeah, I really wasn't disappointed at all. I always feel like 2 coats is good. If it is opaque in 1 coat, that's like hella good. But I'm not disappointed at all that a brand from this particular price range is opaque in 2 coats. But let's finish off this video with the 12th and final color. This one is called Award for the Best Nails Goes to. Again, love the name, super cute. Fits in really well with the entire theme of this spring collection. I don't feel like it is a super springy kind of color, but I am seeing a lot of navy kind of blue colors popping up for this spring summer. So yeah, I can totally see why they decided to put a color like this in their collection as well. But this one actually doesn't have a super creamy formula. This has more of like a jelly kind of formula. So let's just call it acrylic, because the color and pigments are definitely there. But with the first coat there was a lot of color going on, but I could still see my natural smile line peeking through. If that is something that you love, definitely pick up this color, because even with 2 coats you could still see that smile line, and it does give a very cool effect, to be honest. Especially like on my natural nail, it looked pretty cool. I wasn't hating it, but yeah, I prefer my manicures to be fully opaque and not have my natural smile line peeking through anymore. But other than that, loving the color. Not super spring-like in my opinion, but it is quite of like a bright navy blue, and yeah, I pretty much like blue colors as well, but definitely wear a base coat with this one, because it will be a stainer, I guarantee. But yeah, this was my entire swatch and review video already. Thanks so much for watching. I love you so much, and I hope to see you in my next video.